between two surfaces that are sliding, trying to slide or across each other. And friction always works in opposite direction of the motion
Okay. So
of the
here,
moving object.
okay.
There are three types of
Yes.
friction force. First, static friction. Second, sliding friction. Third, rolling friction. First one, sliding friction. Static friction first. Static friction, the object rests on the other surface and static friction.
Very good.
The object is in rest position and it is stand on the surface of the another object. Second, sliding friction. Sliding friction in such that in object one is sliding to the other object over the other object
Okay.
and then rolling sliding friction is also known as kinetic friction and third one rolling friction. Rolling friction is this type of friction the object will roll on the other object
Okay.
and because the locking of the object is more than other frictions.
Good morning to one and all present here. So my today's topic is electroscope. So basically electroscope is a device which is used to test whether an object or a body is charged or not. The gold leaf electroscope was developed by a British scientist Abraham Bennett in 1787. Gold and silver are the best conductors of electric current. That's why the leaves of the electroscope are made up of these metals, but you can use aluminium also. So let us know more through a diagram.
Okay.
So this is the diagram, and the basic structure of electroscope is like this only. Now I will tell you how does an electroscope work. So here is the metal coil, this is the cork, and this is the copper wire through which the current is passed to the gold leaf. So for example, we will take a comb and we will place it near the metal foil, and we will observe that the gold leaf is still in its initial position. Now we will rub the comb on our hair and we will place it again near the metal foil. Now we will observe that the gold leaves repelled each other because the gold leaves were having the same charge. That's why they repelled each other. As we know that like charges always repel each other. Hence, it is proved that the comb is charged and it contains electric charge. So this was all about the electroscope. Thank you.
Okay. Very nice. Very nicely done.
Good morning everyone. My today's topic is lightning and lightning conductor. So let's start with what is lightning. Lightning is basically an electric discharge or electric spark that occurs in nature on a large scale. So it is basically caused by accumulation of charges in the clouds. What happens is when the water vapor move upwards and the winds move downwards, they brush past each other and produce heat. Because of that heat and rubbing, they get charged. So the upper portion of the cloud gets positively charged and the lower portion of the cloud gets negatively charged. And when these charges constitute, they form an streak bright light and sound, which we see and hear as lightning and thunderstorm. So this is how lightning occurs. And lightning mostly strikes in hilly areas as the clouds are basically closer to the ground than in plains. And in such a case, it can be very deadly and even cause destruction of life. So to prevent this destruction of life, we use many preventive measures. And one of those significant measures is to use a lightning conductor. Lightning conductor is a device which is used to protect the buildings from thunderstorms. So let me show you one diagram. Hope you all can see this one. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So here we can see this metallic rod. Lightning conductor consists of a metallic rod which should be a little bit taller than the building and a copper plate which will be fixed inside the ground. So what happens is it is fixed, upper portion of that rod is fixed over the top of the building and a major portion of the rod is installed inside the walls of that building, and the lower portion of that rod and that copper plate is installed under the ground. So what happens is when the lightning hits the top of that lightning conductor, this rod provides an easy route for the current to flow through this path and gets deposited into the ground without harming the building. And thus, by using this lightning conductor, we can prevent electric shocks and destruction of life. Thank you.
Very nice. Very good. So,
Thank you, ma'am.
very nice.
So the topic of my discussion is how an electroscope works. So first of all, what is an electroscope? An electroscope is a gadget which is used to detect whether a body is charged or not. Secondly, what what are the parts of an electroscope? An electroscope consists of a metal rod, metal disc, and two leaves of aluminum foil. Thirdly, I am going to tell you how an electroscope works. An electroscope, when a charged body touches the rod of an electroscope, the aluminum leaves just repel each other. This happens because of the conduction of charges through the metal rod to the metal strips of aluminum foil. If the body which is kept close to the metal rod do not have charges, the metal rod will not repel because there are no charges present in that body. So this happens because of the conduction of charges. Thank you.
Very nice. Very good.
Lightning conductor is a device which protects us from lightning when it strikes. It is usually longer than the height of the building, and it is inside the building. It is put it inside the building when it is constructed. The lightning conductor, the one end of the lightning conductor is kept outside the air, and other end is buried down the earth, where the other end is buried. There is a copper or aluminum plate which transfer the charges of the lightning to the charges of the lightning to the charges of the lightning to the earth, and thus protect us from getting shocks. Except this, we should also take some lightning measures to protect us from lightning. The lightning usually strikes on the areas where that are higher, such as tall buildings, trees, and electric pole.